Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with my Edith Holden pieces and combining them with the black lace and the black papers and things to make ephemera for a junk journal. These are the pieces that I've made so far. I mean, I absolutely love them. I just wanted to completely mix it up and do something completely unexpected with the Edith Holden images. You know, and I know I talked about this in the last video, but I just think, you know, the natural thing is to go for neutrals and, you know, very delicate. And I just really fancied mixing them up with something much more bold and much more of a kind of statement. So, yeah, those are the three pieces that we've done so far. So I'm just going to continue in the same way, basically. So I've got the rest of that scrapbook paper that we'd, you know, used yesterday or, you know, used in the previous video. And what I thought that we could do here is just make one of those kind of basic pockets, so folding in like the edges. So all I'm going to do in the first instance is just cut it down to the sort of size, the sort of size that I think, you know, would work quite well. So I think we'll cut it down about here. And then all I'm going to do is just literally, actually, no, before I do that, all I'm going to do is just fold the bottom up like that to get my kind of guide of where I'm going with this. So again, can just use my bone folder to squish that down. And this is just some 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, some old scrapbook paper that I had. So yeah, it's not a digi or anything like that. And then I'm just going to take the sides in just the same as we have the bottom. So that one, like that, and just check that it's vaguely straight. And then obviously on this side as well. Now that paper's slightly torn actually, so just bring it in slightly more to try and avoid the torn section of that paper. And again, just turn it over, as you can probably see, completely wonky. So I'm just going to go in a bit more down here. Like that. I mean, obviously this paper was not straight, you know, I hadn't cut it straight. So I wasn't starting with a good start point, was I? Okay, I mean, that looks pretty straight now to me. So I'm just going to squish that down like that. And then all I like to do, I mean, we have made these in a mass making video, but that was quite some time ago. So, you know, there might be people who've not seen them. I just cut across here. And kind of going, see where the corner meets, like that. So that's your kind of guide for where you want to cut. And that way, when you glue them down, you just literally are gluing your three pieces like that to put it on the page. So as you can probably see, I've made a horrible job here of cutting the top. So I'm just going to try and level that out a bit. Oh my gosh. Now. Right, this is where my pocket just gets smaller and smaller, whereas as I'm trying to actually get it some way straight. Okay, so that looks better. Ooh, took a while getting there, didn't it? Okay, right, let's just have a look and see what we're going to put on this pocket. So obviously I've got some bits here that I've pre-torn from the Edith Holden book, but I've also got some other pages, so I might just pull in some of the others just in case, you know, some of the other bits might look better. So hold on, just get those in. I know I said this before, but I mean, the problem is with the Edith Holden book, it's really tricky to decide which, you know, which side of the page to use, because of course all the images are really lovely, and you know, it's tough deciding kind of which side to actually then go with. So I might go for these flowers here. Again, I'm wondering, shall I cut them or shall I tear them? I'm just going to, I think, tear them. Yeah, I'm just going to tear those down. Now, I probably won't bother with this little moth, or, yeah, it's probably a moth, because I feel that once I've cut that out, it's not really going to look like much of anything. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You know, when you take something off of the page where it originally was, it can just lose its identity, I find. I don't know whether that's just me or whether that's something that happens with everybody, but I definitely find that happens. Okay, so just tear that down in the first instance like that, and okay, like that. Okay, so then we can decide how to have this, because of course it's too tall for the pocket. So I need to decide, do I actually just tear it off here? And it would be something like this. Or I could obviously tear that off and have it, you know, sort of, yeah, I could possibly then tear that out and have that as well. Okay, let's just tear this in. Okay. Like that. So I hope that you are all having a good day, maybe doing some crafting. Hope the weather's nice where you guys are. It's looking like quite a nice day where I am. Okay. Oh, I still can't decide. Do I want to get rid of this or do I want to keep this? Oh, it's such a big decision. Okay. And I've got some pieces from my Vintage Tanners kit. So this, for instance, here is a journal card from the Vintage Tanners. But it just looks awesome on there, doesn't it? It's just, you know, a little something to have in the background. I'm just going to tear this down here because otherwise I could be here all day just, you know, debating, do I or don't I tear this across? So let's just go for that, like that. And obviously you can see, I mean, this was where it was on the edge of the actual book page. So I will probably keep that, but have it then hitting the side, if that makes sense. So that it's actually, you know, yeah, in line with the edge. Or I could actually, yep, completely and utterly changed my mind even as I was saying it. I'm going to actually tear that off because as I started saying it, I thought, oh, actually I can just pitch that. It's going to be more flexible to use because I can now have it, you know, any side, whereas that was just restricting me because I felt like I had to have that lined up here at the side. So yeah, that's better, isn't it? Okay. Yep, that looks nice. Okay, let's see whether we want to have anything else. I've got some butterflies and things from the Vintage Tanners. They haven't been cut out yet, so I would have to quickly cut those out, which, you know, that's not a problem. But yeah, I was just trying to obviously use things that were ready cut. I mean, I don't think we need a frame. Let's have a look. This one. Or we could have it kind of down there. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I love how that looks actually. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down in the first instance. Again, just using my wet glue. Could you hear my ring? My ring jangling around as I shook the glue. Again, this is another lovely ring that I've received in Happy Mail. Love it. I used to have one a bit similar to this, funny enough, previously, and it had green coloured beads. And then, oh, it was such a shame because I used to wear it quite a bit, and then the beads kind of gradually started coming away, you know, and dropping off, which was such a shame because then it obviously looked a little bit sparse. But yeah, really, really cool design. Okay. And then I'm just going to go round the edge of this with the walnut stain. Again, just for continuity, because we had done with the others, you know, with the pieces that I've made in the previous video. I can't tell you how much I am loving mixing this Edith Holden with the black. I know I'm repeating myself because I said it tons of times on the previous video, but it looks awesome. Like really, really awesome. I mean, yeah, I had been wanting to do it for ages, but I kind of was a little bit, oh, is it going to work or isn't it? Now I've done it. Wow. Just, yeah, love it, love it, love it. It's really, really cool. Okay, so let's pop this down here. Now I've pulled in this black lace. So I just quickly grabbed some black lace in and just going to cut this down here. Again, this is quite a wide lace. Yesterday I was using this one, which, you know, was wide and also gathered. But this one is, you know, obviously just wide, as you can see. So let's just trim that down so it's not quite so wide. Okay. Now again, just have it at the top with this flower sort of underneath like that. Or we could have the flower on the top like that, which actually I'm quite liking. I mean, we could have it at the bottom. Oh no, 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 no. It's weird, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just literally, you know, the second that you try something, you just think, no, that's not right. That doesn't look quite right, you know. Yeah, and that's how that was at the bottom. Sorry, I'm just unclogging my Fabri-Tac because I know that yesterday, or in the previous video, it wasn't sort of behaving itself too brilliantly because it hadn't been squeezed for a little while. So yeah, that's just okay. Oops, again that little noise. So apologies if that's irritating to you. I think it's quite sweet, but yeah, I do apologise if it's not sweet to you, but in fact irritating. Okay. Just checking that I've got this the right way up. Yeah. Okay. Just pop that down like that. Right, let's now ink around the edge. Oh, the edge of here. Okay. Okay, that looks really nice, doesn't it? So we'll just then pop this flower down. Yeah, and I love it with that dictionary definition over the top of that. That's just so pretty, isn't it? I mean, just such a different look, isn't it? This black with the Edith Holden. It's, I don't know whether I've really done anything like it ever before. I mean, obviously I do use black, you know, a lot. You know, and I've done lots of kind of journals and different things with the black, and especially with the black lace. But yeah, I don't know really whether I've ever done anything sort of black and colourful at the same time. I'm actually just trying to think. Yeah, I can't think that I've done anything similar to this. So yeah, this is a bit of a first for me. And I'm really loving it. Just looks so pretty. Okay, so we've got that one. And then this happiness dictionary definition, again, this is from the Vintage Tanners. I'm just going to pop down there because it looks really good down there. Oops, let me just get that glue off of the nozzle. Okay. Oops. Getting seriously mucky now. I'm obviously having another one of those fingers and thumbs days, so yeah. Apologies for that. Oh, I love how that looks. I mean, to be honest, I don't really think it needs anything else. You know, I think it looks pretty cool as it is. But let's just check. So I have got, no, don't like that. Got a yellow flower. I mean, that flower, I've cut that out without the background page, if you see what I mean, showing, and actually the same with the butterfly. And it's surprising, isn't it? They look like they're from a completely different book now. You know, which, yeah, obviously with my matchy-matchy, I'm not sure whether I find that they go now. I know, it probably really doesn't matter, you know, one bit, but I feel like they don't necessarily go as well as they could have done if, you know, if I'd have kiss cut around them with a bit of an edge. So I've got this butterfly. It's not really the right colour either. Could have it here. No, I don't think I like that. So yeah, I might just leave that. I mean, I'd quite like to have a butterfly, but I'm not sure. Not sure I've got one that's quite the right colour. Let me just have a look in my little tray here, because I've got some here from my butterfly film strip pieces. So I'm just going to try cutting this one out. Just going to put my glasses on to do this. I have to say there are actually some sort of more black ones than these, and actually I think they would be better, but again, you know, I've obviously used them and I can't be bothered to go downstairs and reprint and, you know, muck around. So I will just go with this. Okay. Oh, that's super pretty, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that looks lovely on there, actually. I didn't know whether it needed a butterfly, but yeah, I think that does look nice. So again, just ink that up. I mean, I could even ink it with some black soot, to be honest, to bring the black right in, but we'll just go with the brown. I think it looks good with the brown, doesn't it? Okay, right, let's just, again, I'm just going to hot glue that down just because it's instant and I don't then have to worry whether it's glued down or not glued down. Okay, so that's my little pocket. I'm just going to trim that lace from the edge. So that one there and that one there. Yeah, okay, so that looks really nice. Pop that to one side. Okay, what should we do next? Got, again, some more pieces from that vintage tanner. So let's just have a look and a bit of a think about what else we could do using that. We could do an envelope piece, maybe, on or from this one. So again, just going to fold this over and squish that down like that. Now, ideally, I would probably stitch this, to be honest. I think would really kind of lend itself to being stitched. So I might have to do that after the video, because otherwise I'm going to keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting. So yeah, I'll do that after the video. Again, I'm just going to ink this in, or on the inside, just so it's not got that stark white when the envelope flap comes up. So okay. Just go down here a little bit, just in case I punch a thumb hole, because then obviously more of it would be visible. Okay. Yeah, like how that looks. Right. What piece shall we put on here? Just hold it still. No, that one's way too big. So obviously, you know, it would be great if I've got something kind of smaller. I mean, I could maybe do this one. So let's try that. Okay, let's just tear this down here. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. Might be too tall still. Yeah. Because, I mean, if it's like that, you're not really going to see much of the flower until you open the envelope, which would obviously be a bit of a shame, wouldn't it? So, I mean, unless we had it as an envelope this way up, I mean, we could do that, to be fair. That looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Although, if we're doing that, we could actually have a taller piece even than that piece, to be honest. So, let me just tear this one around now. Okay. okey. Right. I'm just going to get rid of some of these bits here. Okay. And here. Right, so I can make this a bit shorter because, you know, it doesn't need to be as long as it is. So like that. Yeah, okay. Oh, now that's a bit lost in there. Okay, we won't have that one after all. Excuse me, got a bit of a frog in my throat. Right, let's have a look. Oh, you see, I love this page, so this is a bit of a tricky page to use, to be honest. Oh dear. Well, now I'm thinking unless we make an actual envelope out of this page, but marry this with some black stuff, so we could put on like maybe a frame, or yeah, maybe a bigger frame and some black lace. Should we do that? Yeah. So this is kind of mixed, or turning it on its head, because we're now using the page itself as the, you know, the foundation piece rather than the patterned paper, and then sticking on the piece from the book page, we're using it the other way round. So I'm going to just bring it down here at the side like that. Okay. And then, yeah, I mean, I even just love that frame, to be honest. That looks really nice. And then, of course, we could just have some black lace here across the envelope flap. So let me just cut that down. Okay. And actually, I'm just wondering whether we could use, you know, that flower that I said that I hadn't kiss cut. So it's kind of making me feel I can't really use it. I'm wondering whether we could use that somewhere on here. You know, maybe like on the black lace somewhere. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, so this one again, what I might do is actually stitch around this rather than glue it, and use black thread, because I'm thinking that the black thread would look really, really nice with this. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do with this piece. Now I'm just wondering whether I might want some black ribbon as a little tab for this here. So let's just having a look. Oh, this is so annoying. Right, I've got some black ribbon here, so let me just trim that down. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'll just take that down slightly more. Okay, and then we can just glue this on here. Again, using the Fabri-Tac. Whoops. Oh my goodness, this is so fiddly. Why? Sometimes just things are very fiddly, aren't they? And yeah, other times, you know, you find it's fine and you don't struggle at all. But some days, I don't know about you, but I just have those days where it's just, oh, things are really, really fiddly. And yep, today's seeming like one of those days. Okay. Okay, that looks really nice. And then yeah, we'll just have some black lace going across there. And then this frame, obviously I can pop this frame down now. So we'll just pop that down. Oh, you know what I've just thought? I don't know, you know, if any of you remember, or maybe, you know, maybe you didn't see it, but a few weeks ago I did a an art journal page and I painted some doilies black. And I mean, I have to say they turned out really, really nicely. And, you know, that was just fluke. I didn't know whether they were going to turn out nicely or not. Oh, let me get my wet glue. Didn't know whether they were going to turn out nicely or not, but it just, you know, as luck had it, they did turn out really nicely. And I'm just thinking, oh, I wish that I had some more of those black doilies, because it would look so cool if I could have a bit of black doily poking out on here, for instance. But yeah, I mean, I haven't got any ready painted, and yeah, I'm just being super lazy. Can't really be bothered to stop what I'm doing and actually paint some. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. But yes, I'm thinking that the black doily would look very, very, very nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, you know, you might not have seen the video anyway, but it just painted so wonderfully, which, yeah, I've been meaning to then do some more playing around with some doily actually since then. And I just haven't had a chance to, but yeah, that's still on my list of things to do. Okay. Okay, and we will just then pop this one down like that. So like I say, I'm going to keep this to one side, and then I will obviously stitch around this on the sewing machine with the black thread, because I think that would look really, really lovely with the black thread. And yeah, should we have that flower on there? Oh, let's have that like that, I think. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I think it looks super classy like that. But this just kind of makes it a bit more Edith Holden. What do you think? Maybe it's better without. No, I like it with, I think. Right. So again, I'm just going to hot glue this down actually. Okay. Like that. Okay. Right, let's just ink around now like we have with the other bits, with, you know, anywhere where we've used the Edith Holden bits themselves. So just ink around here a bit. Okay. Oops. Just dropped it there. Okay, and then I'm just going to go across here like that. Oh, that's such a pretty envelope, isn't it? Okay, right, let me put that down on the floor behind me so that I know that's got to go to the sewing machine. Okay, what else shall we do? I've got some other bits here actually that I'd bought along from sort of mass-made pieces. So I've got like a tag here. So I'm thinking we could definitely do something with the tag. I mean, that just looks pretty even just like that, doesn't it? But actually maybe that flower's a bit big on there, so I'm just going to take it down a bit more. Oops. Like that. Okay. And let's have a bit of paper, shall we? Kind of just torn into the background. So just take a bit from here. Oops. Sorry, just knocking everything down on my desk now. Okay. Just take that down there. Not sure I quite like that actually. So yep, just won't bother now with that. Oh, but I don't quite dare chuck this away just in case I might want it in a minute. So yeah, I'll just hang on to that. I've got this stamped piece actually, one of my faux stamped pieces. So maybe that's better on here. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so I'm just going to tear that down. Okay, and then we'll just, yay, that looks lovely, doesn't it? So, okay, let's just glue this one down. I mean, again, this would have been a nice place to, you know, to put some black doily, wouldn't it? But anyway, never mind. I'll put that on my list of things to do, you know, do some doily stuff. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I say this often in my comments, you know, there's just so many things that we want to do as crafters, and it's just not enough time to literally physically do everything that we want to try, I find. And yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? You know, you wish that you could just have a couple of hours less sleep or something to be able to do all those things that you'd like to try and like to do. I mean, in my mind, I've got tons and tons of things that I'm wanting to do for videos. And, you know, because a lot of the time then one video might lead to another video, to another video, to another video. Actually then having the time to fit those things in, it's just, you know, kind of impossible. And subsequently, by the time that I then come to actually do it, I've invariably forgotten what it was that I thought, oh, I'm going to do that. To be fair, I have started writing things down actually. Well, yeah, no, I've started writing down like video ideas, especially because, you know, for that exact reason, I don't want to just, you know, end up forgetting every time what my idea was. So, yeah, I thought it would be beneficial to actually start writing it down. Right, although this actually covers up a lot of that that's in the background, I think it does add a little something. So I'm just going to pop that down as well. Oops. And this paper on here, this is just some old scrapbook paper that I've had for like ever, like the longest time. And again, you know, was hoarding it, and you know, it comes to the point where it's like, why am I hoarding this? What am I actually hoarding it for? You know? And yeah, I mean, in the end, you know, why have you bought it if you're not going to use it? I do it all the time. I do it with clothes. I was chatting to my friend the other day and we were saying, you know, it's weird, but if you buy something that's, you know, a bit more expensive, you know, in your mind, you deem that as special. And so then you don't wear it. What's that about? Because of course, really, I mean, the more you've paid for something, the more wear you should have out of it, shouldn't you? But I'm kind of almost like the opposite, you know, oh, that was, you know, something a bit special that I wouldn't normally buy. I'd best not wear that. And then it just sits in the cupboard, in the wardrobe, never, ever getting used or worn. And then it either doesn't fit you maybe, or, you know, it's gone out of fashion, so you wouldn't want to wear it anyway. I mean, what was the point? You might as well have not bought it. Or you might as well have, you know, bought it and actually used it and worn it. Whereas, you know, those things that kind of are super cheap, I end up wearing all the time because I think, oh, who cares? You know, this was really cheap. If it gets ruined, it doesn't matter. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy. You know, it's like this weird sort of topsy-turvy logic, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm alone. I think there's loads of us who do that by the sounds of things. Oh, I love that tag. That's so, so, so cute. And I'm just going to just ink around the edge now. Okay. Love how that looks. Okay, right. Don't know what to put as the, you know, the whole, as the little tab piece. Should we just have a bit of lace in there? Might be able to even use this one that was like the offcut from one of the other pieces that I used. So I'm just going to thread that through. And let's just loop these through here. Oops, come on. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Yeah, love how that looks. Okay, let's pop that to one side. And actually, what I could do is stitch around that. I'm going to put that behind me, so to take that to the sewing machine as well. Right, let's bring this back in. Let's do something with this because, of course, you know, we did fold it to use it. So let's do that. So I have got this little bird, which, I mean, like I say, this feels a little bit on the wintry side. You know, obviously it was torn from one of the winter pages, but let's just get rid of some of those branches. Wonder if we could combine that with some flowers. Oh, that's just weird, isn't it? Because look at the size of that flower to the size of that bird. It's like, oh, what's going on there? We've got like the world's most monstrous flower in comparison to that bird. This is the same flower. Must have been from the same page. So, I mean, I could... Let's just try tearing this one out. These are very pale in colour and actually kind of blend quite a lot into the background, you know, the actual book page. So they're actually a little bit hard to see even where you're tearing. Okay. Come on. Okay. Well, they're quite nice on there, I must say. Yeah, I quite like the look of those. What's this? Is this another one? Similar colours, different flower. So I wonder whether we could have that anywhere else. Could have it, I guess, on the flap. Though then it kind of loses its identity a bit. Right, let me just put in another bit of the Edith Holden. Let's see whether there's... I would have preferred something more colourful on here, it's got to be said. Yeah, I probably would have preferred something a bit more perhaps pinky or, you know. I've probably got some more pinky pages in the actual Edith Holden book that I'm probably hoarding now. Let's have a look, shall we? So obviously the kind of more pinks and, you know, summery, they tend to be back towards the beginning, you know, where you've got the months of spring and summer. So I'll just have a kind of flick through. I mean, obviously, yes, I'm hoarding this page because it's beautiful. You know, because this is a double page, if you see what I mean. Like the signature goes through this double page spread. So, I mean, this would be ideal to actually stitch into a signature, where a lot of the pages, you know, well, I mean, I guess they would be a complete signature if you took the first page out, but, you know, they're separate pages, separate images. I hope that made sense. It didn't sound like it even made sense as I was saying it, but yeah, I'm trying to say that, you know, they're either separate images or together. See, like this, it's a complete image, isn't it? It's properly together, where these are obviously separate. So although they're on the same page like that, they could be stitched in. They're not a continuous image, are they? So this one, again, I'm kind of hoarding, thinking I will stitch this into a signature. So I don't really want to cut that down or tear that one down. And then we've got this one, which, of course, why wouldn't I be hoarding this? Because it's gorgeous, isn't it? Okay. Getting trickier and trickier now because... And now I'm kind of beginning to go perhaps towards the back of the book because I've used a lot of the others. Oh, we have got this one. But again, can you see that's, again, another one of those complete signatures. Yeah, and now I'm heading again towards the autumn where I'm going into those more berries and, you know, kind of autumnal colours, which, you know, they are nice. They're not what I was planning on using or hoping to use with these black images. So, yeah, I mean, I could bring in one of my other copies of my Edith Holden books, but Oh gosh, that seems really extravagant, doesn't it? I'm not sure I'm quite ready for tearing up another Edith Holden book. You know, having hoarded them for the longest time, that seems just reckless to then go tearing into another one already. That's just like too brave, that is. Right, just checking that I haven't got anything else. Anything else, kind of, or any more pages of the Edith Holden book tucked under anything. Can't see any. Oh, what's this one? No. Oh, that's so annoying, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm going to have to bite the bullet. I'm either going to have to take one of these down, you know, tear one of these down and make them smaller, or I'm going to have to go for those pale, you know, paler images, or get another one of my Edith Holden books and just go for it. I'm going to do that. Okay, so this is another one of my copies of my Edith Holden books, and I'm going to take this page here from the August with these little flowers. I mean, there were loads to choose from, but a lot of them, again, are quite tall and, you know, quite big. So although these are more colourful, they, you know, they're kind of, yeah, would be a little bit wasted perhaps on this envelope piece because it's quite tiny. So I think I'm better off, you know, just taking one of these that are, you know, slightly less bright and colourful, admittedly, but they're going to be a better shape, I think, or better size. Let's just say, I will just double check. So, I mean, aren't these just absolutely amazing? Really, really love them. I mean, I have got these ones here actually as well, so I might just tear this page out as well. This one from the May pages. Okay. Oh, look at these ones. Oh, they're really tricky, aren't they? I mean, you definitely, I think, you know, in order to actually bring yourself to tear into these books, I think it's almost like essential that you're going to need more than one copy because, you know, like I say, actually the pages, you know, the images tend to be kind of on both the pages, in which case it's very hard to whittle it down and, you know, kind of decide which page to actually use, to be honest. So, yeah. Actually, I'm quite surprised looking through here how much I had actually used of my previous Edith Holden book, because I had only used it, you know, the once. Well, not the once, but, you know, to make one journal. Right, okay. So I'm thinking these ones, they're really nice, aren't they? Right, okay, let's just get tearing. So I'm going to just tear them out, you know, not fussy tearing at first, because then they're going to be easier to get to. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. Right, there we go, and around here. Oh. Oh, they're really pretty, aren't they? I haven't got a clue what these flowers are. Obviously, it did say, presumably at the bottom of the page, but yeah, I've now torn into it, so I have no idea still, but aren't they pretty? So yeah, we could have them actually, we could have them either side, but actually maybe this end is kind of nicer. Yeah, right, let's get rid of this, that sort of weird piece there. Oh, they look really nice. Yeah, really, really, really nice. So let's just put those in the bin. Now, just wonder, do we want any of the others? Got these ones, which are also quite nice. Let's just tear these down and see. I mean, you know, don't use them, I don't use them, it doesn't really matter. Okay. probably have to be up there, or we might prefer it up here. Right, let me just ink around this slightly. Again, only because I have with the others. So, you know, in the interests of continuity, let's just do that on all the bits that we use. And they all look a bit more uniform. Okay. Oh, I love how that looks. That's so nice, isn't it? Now, do we want anything coming out behind there? Again, just looking through like my vintage Tanners type pieces because, yeah, just wondering, do we want any of that on there? Maybe not that one. Got some of the like journaling card type pieces. I mean, to be honest, it looks quite nice just like as it is. I wonder if we could have some of the texty bit from the Edith Holden on there. Okay. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Oh, it's just yummy, isn't it? You know when you kind of put something down and you just think, oh my gosh, that looks so scrumptious. That was a little bit how I felt just then. Could you tell? I had low hopes for that, to be fair. You know, when I kind of held it there, or, you know, was about to hold it there, I thought, oh, I don't think this is going to look very good. And then as soon as it went there, it was like, oh my gosh, that looks awesome. Absolutely love, love, love it on there. Okay. And we're going to just have that piece there. And then, yeah, I'm going to take this across to the sewing machine and again, just stitch this down. And then we'll, you know, finish it off maybe with a bit of black lace or something like that. So let's just pop that down here. Okay. Okie dokie. Oops. Oh, I love how that looks. That is lovely. Right, okay, I'm going to go to the sewing machine and then I will come back. Okay, so I'm back from the sewing machine. So we've just got this little tag here. I just obviously stitched around the edge with the black. So that looks really cool, doesn't it? And then we've got this one here. Again, I just stitched it round like, you know, like an envelope. And that just looks gorgeous. I mean, again, I love that black thread against the Edith Holden page. And then this one, as you can see, I've obviously stitched around to form the envelope. And then what I've done, I've just cut some lace here. And then I just had this butterfly, which, you know, again, it's just been fussy cut from the Edith Holden. And I thought this would look really pretty. Just kind of like popped on the flap like that. So I'm just going to glue that down, you know, the lace, and then we'll glue the butterfly down. So again, just give my glue a shake. Oops, come on. Okay. Okie dokie. Like that. And then the butterfly, might just have that here over to the side. Again, just keep that flat. I'm just going to hot glue this on again, just because it's so quick. Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to trim this lace off here from one of that, or one of the ends, like that. Okay, right, let's pull in and see what we've made then in this video. So I will just grab all the bits that we've made. So we've obviously done this little pocket, this envelope, and then we've done these two bits as well. So yeah, I mean, coming along really well, all the bits that we've made so far using the black with the Edith Holden. I can't tell you how much I'm loving it. It just, oh, scrumptious. So yeah, I hope that you're liking it. You know, I would love, love, love to hear what you're up to. You know, whether you've maybe you've used black with the Edith Holden before, or, you know, maybe you feel inspired now. I would love to hear what you think. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.